Hi everyone and welcome to this week's tech tip. So today we're going to talk about anchors. So we're going to take a closer look at the options that we have within the anchors command. So you can either access the command through properties, or if we come here to tools, you can come here to edit panel anchors. So I'm going to first come here inside properties. And I'm going to go to my miscellaneous tab. And here we're going to have our anchors command. So the first thing that you have to do is make sure to check out the enable anchors. You're gonna have an option to add whole series to it as well. You're gonna have your drop down here with your whole types that you have in your project. And in case you don't have the one that you need, you can always come here to manage, and you will be redirected to the whole type menu. So here you can come and create your whole types. So let's say, for example, I want to create a round one. Just give it a name. And I'm going to click here to edit. And I'm going to just edit shape to make it a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to click save. So once you do that, you can just click OK and come here to find your whole type. So here in the side, you're gonna have the placement patterns. So you can either edit at member interval, or you can use the max clearance. You can place it only at kings, or only at the first and last infill stud, or you can use the option to to select your specific members that you want to add anchors to, or using offsets. So if you select the first one, what it's going to do is every member that you have will receive an anchor, as long as you have enough space there to receive an anchor. You can change the interval here. So let's say if you want to jump one, you can just put it to 2. And then if you click OK, what you're going to have is I have an anchor at every other bay in between studs. So this is what it's going to look like. As you can see, it skipped this small gap here because of the tolerances, but it went ahead and looked for the next bay to place it. So if we go back here in our properties, anchors. So let's say I want to change this. If you use the max clearance, this will be referring to the maximum spacing that you have here and the minimum spacing. So it's going to try to place automatically considering those parameters here. If I select the kings only, it will place only at my kings. So let's see how this would look like. And it's going to place considering my kings, but it's still respecting the tolerances that we assigned. So if I come back to my anchors menu, so if I go ahead and select the user selected members, you're going to see that now I will be able to select and check which members I want my anchors to be placed. So let's say I want E1, S1, and then maybe if I scroll down, S3. So those are my members that I want to place anchors. So I'm just going to click OK. And then you're going to see that I will have an anchor referring to my E1, another one referring to my S1, and then another one referring to my S3 stud. And lastly, we have the add offsets option. So if using add offsets, you will be able to also add more than one family type to the same panel. So let's say I'm gonna select here add offsets, and I'm gonna just type in my offsets, and it's gonna be from the start of the panel to the end. So let's say I want an anchor at 1 foot offset from the start of my panel. And I want to change this family. I want to use this one here, this type, and I just gonna click add. And then I want another anchor at 2 feet, but I want to change my family and I want to use the second one here. And I'm just gonna click add. And then I'm gonna click OK. And then it will place considering my offsets. It's just important to always remember to make sure it's not clashing with anything. So just make sure that you're putting the good offsets, and the anchor will not clash with any other member. So as you can see, we have one here at 1 and the other one at 2 feet. And this one is my 1 inch anchor, and this one is my 2 inch anchor. This is just for demonstration purposes, just to show you guys that you can add now 2 different anchor types to the same panel. And then the last cool option that we have here for our anchors is that, let's say, for example, I'm missing one more, and I just want to go ahead and use my Revit commands and copy paste one extra anchor here. I can just come here to add this information to my panel and go to edits and edits one anchors and hold ons. So this will add this extra anchor to your panel. So once you do that, you're going to regenerate, and the anchor will not disappear. It's still going to be there. So it's going to be now part of your panel. And as you can see, you can also do the same for your hold-ons. So there it is. And that is it for this week's tech tip. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys next week.